is, how gay are they?
How gay do you want it to be? It can always get gayer. Except maybe this room, I feel like this room's pretty gay. Maxed out,
Emily Andrews is a woman of her word, I would say, yeah. So like on a scale of 1 to gay, pretty gay. But I guess like seriously, representation was obviously a big deal for you guys in season 1. It's something you took very seriously. How was that approach in season 2? Like did you like make sure you guys were learning more about the tropes? Like, I know I was trying to educate myself. I didn't know about Bury Your Days in season 1, but there was obviously something you were aware of Emily being on Lost Girl. So I guess like, how do you guys make sure you're aware or like always learning about representation?
I think for me it was a lot of you guys. Like just connecting with everybody on Twitter and Instagram and reading articles that people posted and listening to how you guys were reacting to certain things, and if somebody would mention something I didn't talk about, I would look it up. So it was really like me trying to educate myself about what gets you guys going, what's important to you, because like ultimately this is for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we were so fortunate. Every time I hear my voice, it's like weird. Am I right? I feel like I should talk like weebly and then nobody would know. No, I'll try and be me, although it's a little bit more scary. Okay. What was he saying? Something about something. Okay, yeah, sound really great. Okay, for me, I think I felt really fortunate to have such a personal experience, and similarly, where maybe I didn't know, I wasn't as aware, like because of the show, and thanks to Emily giving us this gift of being able to play these characters, it was such an eye-opener in such a direct way, which, like, I'm kind of keep stealing your answer, aren't I? But more than anything, that's the reason why we're so lucky, is because we've had such a direct experience about it. And then coming into season 2, I feel, to expand on that, it's like we had this amazing whirlwind of an experience of seeing how everybody reacted to Wayhaught and seeing how much it meant, and it kind of reiterated the importance of caring for this relationship, and that you guys have been, wanting to see yourself represented in such a positive light. So how important that was, not only to you, but to the whole community, to everyone. So then coming into season 2, it was just making sure that we still, took as much care as possible with these characters and played it as truthfully as possible.
Our favorite Wayhaught moment, or where we knew oh, this is going to be a big thing. Wayhaught is going to be big. So I guess what was the moment maybe for you guys? I don't know, Emily, maybe when you were writing, or you guys when you were playing it, where you're like, hey, this relationship is really going to be something special.
I mean, as a big thing, this is a big thing. I had no idea. But, but I think a big thing as far as an important relationship was when they had a squabble in the police cruiser, where Nicole rolls up and just you can't walk all the way into town. I think because there was something about having characters that had friction, where you're like, okay, this is not just a surface level flirting, but this is going to go to another level of figuring out why is there so much tension. So it was a moment of conflict for me. Yeah.
Really good answer.
Mine was probably earlier, because it wasn't when I was writing it, but it was when I was watching the dailies of Dom and Kat do, I don't know if you guys have seen it, there's a scene in Shorties, and it's hard to explain, but Waverly gets beer all over her shirt and she has to take it off. ridiculous. I don't know if you've tried to recruit people or talk about it, or you find yourself talking out loud, and you're like, and the character's name's Hot, and it sounds a bit much, but it's just enough. So honestly, when I was watching the dailies and these two do it, I was like, oh my god. And then I think I did take you guys aside, and I was like, so this might be a thing. I want you guys to know about it, that if we do it right, this chemistry is just incredible, and it was just so joyous. Like, that scene could have been so ridiculous and kind of predatory, and it wasn't any of those things. It was so great. Oh my god, yes.
Did you, was like this in the vicinity of your thought when
like
you first? Well, like what it's become.
Oh my god, not in a million years. Like, I'm not even just being falsely humble. Like, not even, like, look at all you people. And I talk about this a lot, but especially for us, like, going into second season is so different, and you have to be really careful because it's a lot of pressure. But first season, it was like all of us in weird costumes running around the woods of Alberta, and you're like, is there even film in the camera? You know, like, I was like, this show is really weird and really crazy. But then to see, honestly, you guys respond to it was just, I thought it was special, and I knew these guys were incredible. But just to see this response, you're I agree. You've changed, maybe. No, I'm not just saying that. I've never seen anything like this, so. Yeah. Okay. I don't know where you live, but I'm coming over. Okay, perfect.
And because of what and how important Wayhaught did become, you guys did something like really unprecedented, and you gave away the ending that Nicole and Waverly were both going to survive this season. I've heard a little bit, Emily, you've talked about like why that was important for you to do, but I was wondering what Kat and Dom thought about that, like when she said, hey, we're gonna tell everybody that you guys survive. I mean, was it like a relief, like I don't have to hide it anymore, or?
Well, for me, I was like, why would we think it? So dense, but I was like, why would we were great characters? Why would we, like,
I was like, for you! I'm really glad that I'm coming back next year.
Can I touch the scoop?
Yeah, okay, good, yeah. No, sorry.
no, that. I was about to ramble, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, I think it was just, that was when I started learning about everything that had been happening in the media over the past year with all of the bury your gays trope and everything. And so the minute I started kind of reading up on that, I was like, it's really important that we do, because I wanted you guys to be able to hold on to it and not have any fear, and be able to watch the season and just completely like let go with like all your heart. And that's clearly what's happened. And I'm just, yeah, so grateful for that.
So now tell us all the secrets about season 2, did it?
One, two, three.
No, but I guess what can you tell us? I know you're not going to tell us a lot, but what can you tell us about season 2?
Oh, it's so great. It's so crazy.
It's so good. It's literally the best thing you'll ever see in your whole
Emily's not going to say it, but we were in the room and being like, it's the best.
It's like season 1 is here and season 2 is like she should probably do it because she's taller, that kind of thing.
That's what they said about the Titanic. They're like, this is the best ship. You don't even look at icebergs. So just, no, I think there's something incredible about season 2, just by virtue of the fact that it's season 2, which is like, there's so much hype to lay in season 1, where you're like, here are all the characters, and here are the crazy rules, and here's the curse, and the revenants, and Doc Holliday, and are you guys gonna watch this? It's so great. Look over here, it's, take off your shirt. Good. But this year, hopefully you love the characters, and you know the situation. situation, and so we are able to take off like a rocket, and we already know kind of the relationships between all the characters, so we can just expand on that. And I say this all the time about this cast, it's so strong that I can throw any two characters together and just get something that's marvelous and really unexpected, really interesting rivalries, really interesting friendships and complicated stuff. So, oh my God, these guys are so committed this year though. Like, it is so cold in Calgary, you guys. And these guys, and Melanie's there right now, I'm just so proud of them and how dedicated they are. So I think you see that in the performances.
Mel wishes she could be here, but she's just working like a dog because obviously she's Wynonna Earp and she's got a little people.
You say but you want her to be working. Right? You want her to be working. I mean, look, we have 1 million cliffhangers in season 1 to answer, so lots of stuff happening. Okay, go, your turn. Yeah, no, please.
No, I just feel, to bridge off of what Emma was saying, I just feel like this season feels deeper. It's like we got through a lot of layers, and now everyone's just a bit rawer. That's what this season feels like. It's like everyone kind of got scraped along the floor, and now we're seeing like true colors come out and secrets and you know
what secrets? I don't know.
But things like darker, uglier sides of these characters that just make them so much more complex and human and lovable because we can identify with that.
But still fun. I promise.
But still fun, and it's a great time. Yes.
What about Wayhaught? What happens with Wayhaught? Nobody cares, but I'm just gonna ask.
How gay is it?
Do you want to do some fan questions?
Yeah.
I guess.
I want to do.
How do we want to do it? Do we want to do like a lineup?
I don't give me plan.
Nobody wants to ask any
supposed to
questions.
plan it, and I didn't.
We answered everything. Bye.
So I'll go with it.
Just yell.
Yeah, go ahead.
Allison.
Oh, there you go.
Why do I sing it?
So I want to know if there's like a story in the plot that you can give away or tease about how Nicole, how her hair gets cut short. Does Eagle Waverly cut it off in a fit of rage?
Doesn't she look amazing?
The barber comes back. Everyone's favorite character is the barber.
Can I tell them?
Yeah.
Basically, I didn't want to wear a braid anymore.
She's like, it hurts my head, I can't. They're like, fine.
I'm not high maintenance. No, but I just like felt like I really wanted Nicole, like, the braid felt so like, and I wanted her to be a bit sexier. Like,
Sexy enough boy.
like be able to let her hair down a little bit. So yeah, it was. I asked if it was okay. I was like, I kind of want to change her look a little bit.
I was like, no one wants sexy Nicole. But okay, we'll try.
Magical unicorn.
Oh, someone's way back there.
I don't know how
Can you yell?
like to them.
Oh yeah. I like it.
This question is for Emily, and not just because I want to buy her a drink.
Okay.
But if you want a drink, you know we're gay.
Okay, good.
How do you balance the happily ever after that everybody wants for Wayhaught
Right.
with telling a good story, which makes you intelligent?
Right.
Such a good question. Oh, I'm second still.
It's really challenging, right? Especially, I would say, going into a new season. Like, everybody has different expectations about what they want that relationship to be. But at the same time, everyone's going to hate this. This is when you won't buy me a drink. It's a drama. Oh, you're so nice. It's a drama, right? Stuff has to happen. And I also think it's not a real relationship if there aren't challenges and them really trying to get to know each other as people. One of them cuts her hair, it's a whole thing. It's hard. I think the thing is, without being too writerly about it, you really have to be respectful of the character. I think when people make choices, whether they're good or bad choices, or have arguments, they have to be in the characters that Nicole and Waverly are, and I like to think those characters are three-dimensional women. So I just try to think of them as real people. It's in the same way I say, like, not every relationship is the same, not every fight is the same, not every challenge is the same. So I think you have to hope that they're fighting for each other, even when things are hard. I just really want that drink.
I think you've earned it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Just keep the best.
The best. Someone had the best. All right. Hello.
This question is for Kat, Dom, and for Bridget.
For those of us who follow the cast on Twitter, we know that Emily has a very quick wit, is extremely creative, and is also very protective of her cast and crew. My question to you ladies, what have you personally learned from her?
Here is your $50. Mom, that's like
I feel like it's a hard question because it's gonna make me cry. No.
Paying for your emotion.
I was saying, oh god, no, don't make me cry, so it'll be really awkward. Okay. No, but I was saying earlier to somebody, I don't know who it was, that it's funny how, like, for you guys, you feel, oh god, okay, that like this relationship and this show came at a really important time for you. I feel like this show came at a really important time for me as an individual, as well as, you know, representing this character, and it's taken me on a huge journey. And if it wasn't for Emily taking a risk on me and realizing, no, for real, it's like taking this really random girl from England and being like, let's put her in her show. Emily cares about her work and the people around it so much that I think you can tell in the writing and in the way that we just love the show so much, because we want to, like, make her proud, and, you know, it's like what she's taught me, that we're gonna get there, is that if everybody has a common goal and it starts from the root, you can make something really special. And if you keep the right mentality and keep pushing it out, you honestly can do something that, you know, is going to change a lot of people's lives. And she's changed mine, she's changed yours, and she's going for that. So,
I'll make mine really, really quick. One thing to add on to all the things Dominique just said, because it's totally, like, changed our lives, is I think how important it is to have characters who are ugly, and, like, that ugliness is beautiful because it's so much more real than, like, we live in this strange world of media and beauty and everything's perfect. And I think what I love about Emily's work and working for a female showrunner in particular is that it shows you just how important, like, darkness and ugliness and, like, deep characters are, that they don't have to be beautiful and pretty and fun all the time, because it's not really real life. And just, like, how powerful it is to take that risk, and because it creates things like this. So, yeah.
I just will say that we all know how smart Emily is, we all know how funny she is, but, like, what always impresses me and what is 100% true is her heart, and she's very genuine, and I think that's really
So a question that's really been preying on my mind. The way that I got my friends to watch Wynonna with me was by saying, oh my god, the show reminds me so much of Buffy. I never heard of it. We have a lot of fun as we watch, comparing the characters to their Buffy equivalents.
Right.
The only one we had any difficulty with was Officer Hot, because she's just so emotionally well adjusted. The best that we can come come up with was Oz. And we know the way that Joss Whedon would deal with an emotionally well-adjusted character is by turning them into a werewolf. Which honestly made me really afraid for Hot's cat. I mean, Buffy and the L Word, we've seen 2 other lesbian-owned cats die of unnatural causes. So I was just hoping you could comment on whether we need to start hashtag bury your pussies.
Just once, I want to go to a convention and someone not ask me that exact question. I've already answered this. Look, I'll back any hashtag you want. I'm so looking forward to the live tweet this year. I'm like, woo! So, yeah, Nicole's cat. It is an honor to be compared to even like Joss Whedon's pinky finger. So
That's not a no.
I'm deflecting. Sing something. Sing something, damn it.
Okay, fine. No, hi guys, it's Dana.
How you doing?
You
in a karaoke yesterday.
Oh yeah, first of all, big shout out just to all the no chillers. And my question for you guys is, how do we, as an audience, as fans, keep the momentum going for you?
Right.
Because we know that the first season, it was kind of like a sleeper, and we, got this by the skin of our teeth.
Oh, you did. And
You did. You did.
So how do we make this a juggernaut for season 2?
Such a good word. I feel like hashtag bury your pussies is gonna get I'm pretty sure the Washington Post is here. Maybe just leave with that on the front page. No, honestly, guys, this fandom really got a second season. I mean, really, it was incredible, and it was undeniable, and it was both polite and terrifying, which how I like all my women. We have some fun stuff coming up. I'm looking at Allison. I have no idea if I'm allowed to announce this, except I'm going to. We are going on Netflix. You can be like, yes, you can, and I'm going to sit with you, and you're going to watch it. But honestly, continuing to support it on social media platforms, all this cosplay coming to the conventions is huge for us. Sci-fi, just tell them you like it, and you will be displeased if it goes away. Keep on doing what you're doing, spreading the word. It's huge for us. It's massive. And I feel like I can see since even the end of the first season, I feel like you are doing the work and more people are watching it, and that means the world to me. And us. Thank you.
Okay, so are you guys able to tell us yet in what capacity we will see Willa and Bobo again?
Next question.
You will see both maybe in some capacity. But we have some fun new characters this year, and one of them is here, and I would like to introduce her. She's not that easy on the eyes, but just bear with me. I'm not going to tell you who she plays, but she's an addition to our cast that we are super pumped about, and we really love. Her name is Tamara Duarte, and she's right there, and we're going to make her stand up. We really like her, and you probably will too. Well, she's back. Who knows? Maybe she's been dead.
Since you were so nice and gave us the guarantee for season 1, can we get it for season 2? Maybe?
gave the guarantee that you two wouldn't die in season 1. I feel like it was really off book for a writer to tell everybody that because we really needed it in 2016. I'm very aware of the importance of these two characters and their existence on the show and how we treat them, and that's what I guarantee you. But I am always aware of how I'm going
Just to expand on that, like honestly, we have the best writing team in terms of like, I just never have any fears that, you know, they're so aware of all of the importance of LGBT representation and just representation in general, and just, I personally, I don't know about you, but I literally have no fears at all. So if I don't, then you shouldn't either.
No, I just want to know, I think we all know the answer, but do chicks? Do chicks? Obviously. Yeah, and I think there's a lot of other Clexacon guests that are here that I know people would maybe like to see on season 3 or...
I just saw a picture that you tweeted.
Is there anybody here who hasn't seen the show? It's no shame, I'm just curious. Is there anyone who's like, this is an intro for me?
Maybe.
That's great!
Okay.
That's great.
Let us know what you think. Oh, tonight? No, Vegas tonight.
Yeah, so I just was wondering if you were pitching to any other Clexacon guests while you're here for season 3.
Season 3?
Well, I know there's like a lot of other guests here that people have like tweeted at you that they would like to see on Wynonna Earp. So, are there any other guests like?
Oh my God.
Yes, there are so many incredible actresses here that I would definitely have on Wynonna Earp. If I could. And I will get to that. One way or another.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, we have another peacemaker. Hey.
So I had a question from a friend who wanted to know more about the Road to Purgatory Tumblr.
Oh, yeah.
And so what made you think of doing that? And for Dom and Kat, what do you think of the entries in the Tumblr? And will it continue for season 2?
Ooh, good question. So that was such a huge, fun hit, and really a shout out to Digital Howard, who kind of did that with us. So for those who don't know, this was like a sort of gift to the fans we did after the show, which was Nicole Haught's diary about moving to Purgatory and kind of exploring Purgatory and meeting this character called Wayhaught. We definitely have something super fun planned this year, and it involves both of these two characters.
I guess this is maybe for Kat. One of the moments that everyone really liked in season 1 was the scene between Nicole and Wynonna, and we got to see Nicole outside of Wayhaught. So now that Nicole has been made a part of the Black Badge, can we expect maybe seeing some more scenes like that?
There is a scene that I'm shooting on Thursday that is like one of my favorite scenes I read this season. And it's with Wynonna. And I hope I don't screw it up, so we haven't shot it yet, but it's like so brilliantly written and so fun, and I love working with Melanie. Melanie's like, you guys know, she's incredible, and is working so hard this year, and just what she's giving to us and to you guys is beyond words, but like getting to work with Melanie is, because she's surprising and she does things that you're not expecting, so as an actor, it's like you have to be so on your toes with Melanie. And I can't wait. I can't wait for Thursday.
Yay.
Yeah.
I guess speaking of Wynonna, like one of the best things in season 1 was the whole oblivious Wynonna thing to the Wayhaught relationship. So I don't know how much you can tell, but are we going to see Wynonna maybe have some thoughts on Wayhaught in season 2?
Oh, she definitely has some thoughts. I mean, I think that the thing that is really fun is that Wynonna is very protective of Waverly, so regardless of the fact that she is very friendly with Nicole Haught, she's protective of Waverly. So there's a real question of like, is anyone dating Waverly good enough for Waverly? And we shall see. But there's some really good stuff. I think Wynonna's oblivious about some other stuff this year, which is pretty good. So yeah.
Hello. Yeah, I love the way that you've written the relationship between, you know, how Wynonna views our relationship. Because it's, like you say, I think it's not so much about the fact that it's Nicole. I think it's more the fact that, you know, we've just got to the point where we've really solidified our relationship, having come, you know, she's come back to the town and we've just been working really hard on seeing eye to eye and being sisters and getting over the fact that she's the heir and not me, and all that kind of thing. And then finally we've got to a place where we're really good, and then obviously at the end of the season, some horrible guy tells me I might not be an Earp, so that's like, for me, obviously that idea of maybe my identity is lost a little bit, is changing. And then Wynonna is like, oh, hang on a minute, like, we were really, you know, getting somewhere with this, and now there's somebody else to take into the picture, and take under consideration. And I think no matter who that would be, even if she is the most amazing, you know, amazing badass woman, it's still gonna spark something off in Wynonna, and no one's good enough for Waverly. Like, so I think when you love someone, it's like, no one's good enough for them, even if they're the best person in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Nicole has some, she may have some opinions about Wynonna, too, right? Like, they're different people. They're different people. So, without saying anything, I just think, it's complicated. They're three strong women, so, yeah.
Hello. Hello. Oh my God, it's evil hot. Alright, so I know that you guys aren't going to give any spoilers, even though I had some really deep character-searching questions. And I'm not saying that I'm looking for this information for fanfiction or any reason. But since we are in Vegas, and we know that the bubblegum stockade did not work out well, what would Nicole and Dominique, Nicole and Waverly order at a bar in Las Vegas?
What was the bubblegum? Did you say something about bubblegum?
Saki, do you not remember? It was pretty
yes, sorry. What were they ordering?
Don't worry, Kat, it's gonna be on Netflix in May. I would say that Waverly in season 1 would order something different to Waverly in season 2.
Oh.
Good answer, huh?
Oh my God. Waverly has such an insane season. Dominique is incredible. It's such a tour de force, but it is just like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's like every episode is like, what's Dominique's special skill this episode?
It is.
It's like amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
She used to be in like London's theater scene. Very predominantly.
Yeah.
Do you guys know this about Dom? Yeah. So this girl has many, many, many talents, which she gets to showcase brilliantly this season.
No. Anyway, awkward. No, thank you.
What would Nicole order?
Well,
I feel like Nicole's alcohol just gets harder and harder. Like, you know, I think last year, what I loved about this season for Nicole is last year, everything was kind of, she was just kind of nice. Like, everything felt really good for Nicole. And I think this year, just things get a little more frustrating, a little, like, more upsetting, and the barrier of nice, I think she can only hold it up for so long, and I think, so, that's not really a drink, but it's like just the content of alcohol increases.
So maybe maybe it's similar for both of them. Like, probably in season 1, Waverly would have drank like an amaretto and Coke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nice sweet tooth. And now
tentacle goo.
Yeah.
And now it's just pure vodka shots all the time.
And I do want to say something about Netflix, and I mean, the last time that Emily told us a date was in New York, against Allison's wishes, where she said that we'd get the DVDs by December.
I don't even know if DVDs exist anymore. I don't know what's happening with the DVDs. I'm gonna start burning them myself and just like, street worker.
Can I just say that my dad wanted to buy the DVDs for Christmas, and he went on like boxset.com, and he thought it was real. And I was like, Dad, I can't get you the DVD. I'm really sorry, I don't think it's out yet. He's like, no, don't worry. He's not American. They said, no, don't worry, like, I've got them, and they turn up. You should see them. They're like the most pirate thing I've ever seen. He's like, I spent like a lot of money on these. I was like, well, good for you. I told you that we could get them. I think it was all in cheap Chinese.
Hey! Well, sharing is
Get the mustache.
Get the mustache.
Hi, Doc Holiday, you rapscallion.
By the way, Tim texted me straight after being like, oh my god, that's the best thing I've seen.
I do my best, Tim. I do what I can. So now that there are more people in the Scooby gang, who will Doc attach to? Like, he has other friends, but like, is he become friends with Kat or Dom? Like, is there a better relationship between those characters? He seems to know a lot about them even before Melanie does. So yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that's really fun about Doc, because I think he's lived for so long that even though he's sort of old-fashioned, he's not easily shocked, you know what I mean, or offended. He kind of is a live and let live kind of guy, love is love kind of guy, so that certainly continues. But he has some really fun relationships this year with people who are unexpected. I know. He has a complicated relationship with his hat.
Okay, so building off the Tumblr, because a lot of people didn't see it, well, I think a lot of people didn't see it.
Right.
In season 1, we got a lot of the Earp girls, their backstories. Season 2, do we get more of Nicole's backstory?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Hello.
Supergirl?
Hi. So, we got a taste of Dom doing Waverly's, being in character as Waverly earlier. I was wondering if you guys could improv a Wayhaught scene.
Okay, of course. But also they have to play each other. They need that drink now. They need that drink.
I have to be Waverly? Give us like a scenario or something, like a jumping off point.
The scenario is...
They're at Clexacon.
You guys accidentally got married in Vegas. Okay.
Oh man, this is like
It's so hard. It's so hard. Like, literally, I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my life. Honestly.
I think we would be like, Vegas is so exciting, it's so great, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I apologize. We really are professional.
I was really continuing. I like this character, actually.
Here, sleeping spell. Sleeping spell.
That's the Oscar. That's the Oscar. That's the ending. That's hard. They're so good.
Oh God.
I know.
No, you guys haven't been to a lot of cons, but this is like one of the big ones where you get to meet fans for like the first time. I guess, have you guys had any experience with the fans that was like really surprising and really like touched you? You guys have been...
So many. I think for me, and I've said this before, it's like the letters where people or when people come up in person, even this morning, and say, this show has meant like something huge for me, or it helped me come out, or it helped me. One girl today told me that helped her with her relationship with her mother, like watching the show, and it helped just open a dialogue between them, and I think that's like the most rewarding thing, because when you're an actor, it's like you're acting into this black hole. Sometimes I do auditions and I want to be like in the middle of it, be like, is anyone watching this? If you're watching this, please call my agent and tell me you saw it. But you know, sometimes you can really feel like that. I think coming from, we both did a little bit of theater, you get that immediate audience response, but on TV, it's like there's this is the crew. And this, like, it's just been the most rewarding, the best thing that's ever happened to me or my career, but like me as a person, because I actually feel like I've been given a gift of being able to do something good with what I'm doing with my life. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah.
Special fan experiences. Oh my god, so many. The fun thing for me is that it's also like vaguely embarrassing, is I feel like a bunch of us kind of know each other from Twitter and stuff like that. So it's so incredible to come to these events and meet some of you face to face. It's incredible. One thing I think I want to talk about, just given the nature of the con really fast, is one thing that really matters to me, given the year, is just maybe the landscape right now, is so many people came up to me today and said, I really want to write, or I really want to create, and I want to tell my own story, and I want to tell an LGBT story, or a female story, or what have you story. And I'm going to talk about this in my writing workshop, but I want to say, like, now is the time. Like, better now than ever. I really want you to know that. Like, and this, I mean, it makes me emotional. It's not the half of Corona I had in my dinner. But, art is really important, and it's hard to talk about like art and taboo in the same sentence, but I'm going to. This room is proof that there's an audience for the stories we want to tell. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So don't let anybody tell you that there's not an audience for the stories we want to tell. Because here we are. And we're all going to go out, and we're going to keep telling our stories, and we're going to keep watching our stories, and that's how we're going to win, whatever that means to you. Okay? Who's incredible, who takes care of us. We have, for each and every one of you, the Season 2 poster. We had so much fun with them. We have 3, so we're doing one this con, and then we're going to force you all to come to other cons. Get the other 2. But this one is kind of a fun inside joke because you guys are the Earpers. So this one says, so many demons, so many donuts, so little time. We love you guys.
Here it is, everyone. It looks really good.
It gives us Netflix May. Yay, Allison, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching and for coming, you guys. I hope you're excited about Season 2. I can't wait for you to see what these 2 do. They're absolutely incredible.
Before you go, I'm going to ask a favor. Can we just kind of I just want to film this for just a second because I never want to forget it. Karis.
Hang on, I'll send it to you.
I just want my beer.
I just want to get it. I don't want to forget it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, there, she's going to do it. Maybe we could do the wave. I don't know, it doesn't matter.
The wave, she's such a character.
The wave, early.
So
we'll do it twice, just to be safe.
What's happening?
Just sat on Mel, that's so awkward. Sorry, Mel.
Oh my god, Mel looks like such a badass. Look at Mel's smirk. Look at that smirk. So good. She's having none of it this year. She's like, let's go. Yeah.
Okay. Is it lame if we do the wave? That's fine.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I'll start over here at the right. Okay.